Bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. Nasties, how you doing? Welcome to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Hernan Salas here. Joaquin Gage. Producer Zach Kubish in the house. Good song selection. Some dude love in the house. Dude love. Some positivity after yesterday.
What was it?
Hey, the shows yesterday were all killer, eh? A lot of views. People were fired up.
Yeah, I listened.
Yeah, it was great. Great content. Oh, let's not stop. Let's not stop. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat. Slam that thumbs up. Hit us up on the River Korean box, 780-218-9999. Let's lay out the show. We're going to have a lot of Oilers discussion. We're going to have the Red Light District at 1:40 with our guy, Joaquin Gage. DVD will check in from Oilers Day 1 on the ice at 2:05. And Kevin Radomski from the Edmonton Oil Kings. He's the Director of Business Ops. He'll join us to tee up their home opener on Saturday at 4 o'clock against the Red Deer Rebels. A lot of fun stuff going on there. Of course, we got Thursday Night Football. It's going to be a dud. Buffalo Bills are going to destroy the Miami Dolphins.
You know, all the time when you say these, that it's just going to, what's the line at? Oh. It's like 11.5.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy, man.
So all that, and I wonder, you would know more than this. When football players, because so much is geared towards the betting, does everyone know the line before the game?
I think some guys, I think other guys don't really care.
Okay.
Like, for example, a Trey Ford would never look at that stuff. He doesn't care.
Some guys don't even know the rules.
Yeah, so I don't think they... I know what you're saying, but like, yeah, Miami's like, yeah, we got to come in here and there's a lot of pride and it's probably going to be a close game now that I said it's going to be boring and a rout.
Yeah.
But I think some players look at it and might take it to heart and say, let's go show these
That's what people. I mean. Like,
yeah.
If I'm a coach and I want to really motivate they're calling us like 11.5 underdogs here. They think they're going to beat us by 2 scores.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It could be motivational. Could be lining your own pockets.
No, you can't do that if you're a player.
Oh, you can't do that. You can do anything else, but you can't do that.
Hey, we'll probably hear from Connor. We also got Stewie Skin's video. We got Andrew Mangiapane video as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun show. Lots of topics we're going to get to, Oiler related. Of course, we want you to chime in as we say hello to Penner's Pancakes, Wheels, and VR on the Nasty Chat. A little slow to start, but things will pick up as we move forward. Hey, great to have Cass in studio, man. I love this. Great? I love this theory.
Yeah.
This Castle's a hit.
Man, we got to get him in there more, bringing stuff.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff, Joaquin. Where do you want to start, Joaquin? What do you want to discuss? This is your show as well. We'll leave it to you.
I look, I don't know why, but I've been thinking about this Bills game this whole week because the spread has been interesting to me and how bad Miami's playing. They can't be that bad. Are they that bad?
They are that bad. They're terrible.
But then the Bills are fat and sassy. No, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. But Josh Allen's great to watch, man. He's a lot of fun to watch. I think even in a rout, he'd be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because let's see his killer instinct, too. Because if I remember correctly, all the greats, once they got their foot on the throat, it was all gas, no break.
Yeah.
Like, they would just keep dissecting. One of the worst guys to abuse defenses is one of probably our personal favorites. Did play for the 49ers. His initials were JM.
Joe Montana.
He dissected defenses when they weren't good. And just like if he found a DB that was struggling, he abused them and kept going back that side.
Joe Cool.
Yeah.
Nerd Ranker says, not a nerd in sight, just a couple of studs. Well, I think we're kind of nerdy, though.
Oh man, all the stuff that I'm into, it's like I get people coming up to me when I say certain things on the show that I looked at or watched. Goes, I can't believe you do that, because they were talking about on the draft. I believe it was Magic: The Gathering, like the card game and stuff, and Dungeons and Dragons. I had all those books as a kid. I made my own characters, rolled the dice. I guess I got back into it a little bit. My son and I, we would play Magic against each other.
Is reading considered nerdy?
Who?
Reading?
Depends on what you're reading.
Well, just whatever.
No, I don't think so.
If it's fantasy, like I was thinking of the Lord of the Rings series.
Okay.
I thought the author, what is it, Tolkien?
Come on.
Who wrote those?
I'm more into
Tolkien.
the anime stuff. It's pretty cool. Like some of the shows.
Really?
Yeah.
See, anime
You ever
is
read
more
Berserk?
geeky.
I've been watching it.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Invincible's good.
Yeah, Invincible's unreal.
So I've gotten into kind of like, but obviously the over 18 stuff for anime. I find it really good. It's entertaining. It's different. Something I never thought I'd be into, but
Have you watched Blue Eye Samurai yet?
yes.
Okay.
I haven't finished it.
Oh, that
So good.
show.
That's on Netflix.
Yeah.
There's also another good one, Death Note, I think it's called.
Oh, I haven't watched that. Oh, my son wanted me to watch that.
That's really good, man.
Yeah?
That's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan was the one that I got into big
That's
time. I love the artwork of all of them.
My
Yeah.
buddy at the Elks, he was so into Attack on Titan. Like he's claimed it to be the best anime of all time.
What about Dragon Ball? My buddy, he is huge into Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, like that whole universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many rabbit holes you could go down. And there's games for it too.
Oh, yeah.
That could have been just a nerd activity itself, anime.
If you have any anime series that Hernan should get into, send them.
I still got to read the Berserk series.
Yeah. Because anime is like, there's stuff for like children, obviously, like younger crowds. And then you can kind of like, there's like the Berserk is more for an adult.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I mean by saying over 18.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm.
You're not showing a kid that.
Well, my son was saying, "Can I get the?" I think I bought them for him when he was
Yeah.
a kid. I didn't know, but then I opened these things up. I go, "This isn't right."
Yeah. And the books they sell for Berserk is crazy.
My son's got them all.
Yeah, that's intense.
It's kind of like, well, what do you watch? Stranger Things?
No.
It's great, but it's like 80s and it's fantasy kind of stuff. But that's and they're kind of nerdy, those kids.
Yeah. There's a certain, yeah. Like my buddy at the Elks kind of got me into Blue Eye Samurai, and then he got me into Death Note, and then Attack on the Titans. But I tried to watch that one; it's just not my thing. It was just different.
It's a lot going on in that
Yeah,
one. I
yeah.
tried to watch it, and it's, but as my son, like I watched the first few episodes, and I'm like, geez, this is
Like
far
Invincible's
out
not for kids. I'm sorry.
Gosh, no.
no.
Like,
But it looks like it's,
it looks like it should be. But the cast, have you looked at the cast?
It's
in
great,
it?
man.
Yeah, Goggins is in it. Like,
Yeah.
and they just got another season.
Yeah. I'm on season 2. It's it's cool stuff, man. It's cool stuff. As I get older, I get a little nerdier. But it's all good, man.
We're home more.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, let's get to some Oiler talk here. Keep those suggestions coming in for good anime series. Mex Mizzou says Blue Eye Samurai is such a great show. It's great.
Oh, so good.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood from VR. What does have you seen the movie Akira, Hernan? No. Tell me more. Joaquin, like Cass made a good point. Like if Connor wasn't doing this, the whole theory, like no one's talking about anything else. One of the biggest things is goaltending here in Edmonton. Okay, so Stuart Skinner confirmed today that he's down 15 pounds, not 25. He said the Oilers made a mistake in the program. It's all good. It's still 15 pounds. I saw a former goalie on Twitter. I wish I would have wrote his name down, but he said he's a little concerned that he lost that much weight, that maybe... Gage, you're a goalie. 15 pounds difference. Is that going to change much?
Yeah. But in a way that...
In terms of fatigue, I guess.
That's what I'm looking at. That's what I think, right? Because I've met Stuart Skinner a few times, right? And when you look at him, he's not he's not overweight by any stretch of the imagination.
He's tall.
He's very tall.
Yeah.
Like he's 6'4", 6'5", right? So, and the build of his frame suits his weight, I would say. So what do they say? He runs around 225, 230, which at that size, that's a. I think you should be okay. Being a little bit less, I guess it just depends on his workload, right? This is the thing. You're a lot of guys, you look at them at the beginning of the year compared to the end, you're losing muscle mass, you're not working out as much because you're just playing hockey. There's the maintenance of it is very difficult. So not that I'm concerned, and maybe he found something that is making him feel better, but I really thought 2 years ago he looked a lot thinner.
Yeah.
And
we're going to see it because the biggest thing is for him is the, what do we call it? The lateral movement. Maybe him being lighter, he's going to be, like you said, he still needs that power to push off, but maybe being lighter, it's easier for him to do it.
It might be. He might feel way better in net, just not, obviously if you do have just imagine a 15-pound weight in your pants, right? You're lugging that thing around. So obviously you're going to, but look, it's not like he was.
When you said lugging a 15-pound weight in your pants, Coop with the funniest face. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
No,
right?
I know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience, it could make a difference.
Oh, that was great. I was going to call you Connor. We're talking so much about Connor McDavid.
I must be great today.
Joaquin, so Utah came out and said they're not bringing back Connor Ingram, okay? Goaltender, 28. And again, like we always see a lot of Oilers fans, Oilers got to get on this. I just don't understand it, Joaquin. Like, I understand wanting a better goalie. I do, okay? 100%. But if you're going to bring a goalie to Edmonton, okay, it's got to be a for sure upgrade. Like Connor Ingram is 28 years old, okay? His last 3 years, save percentage, 907, 907, 882. In his last 3 years, he has a goals against over 3 in 2 of those years, and one of them is 2.91. I just don't understand how this is an upgrade. I can understand if you're like, hey, bring him in to replace Pickard, but Pickard has been excellent.
I would say he's got some of the best trade capital in Pickard than anyone else, right?
Like, why are we like? Is it that much Stuart Skinner fatigue in this city that Connor Ingram is the answer for some? Like, seriously,
like we said before, during approaching the trade deadline last year, we were saying that if you were going to make a change in net, it had to be a significant difference. It had to be an upgrade.
Yeah,
but a real upgrade, not a slight. So, but now, and I think we've said it over the summer a little bit, but if it gets to the point where you find that Stu's struggling and is being inconsistent with his game, then I think you might have to look at a sideways move.
Sure, because at that point you're a little desperate, right?
But this is the thing: you're still looking at the goalies as something really good. Like you're not. If Skinner's a really good goalie, you can't tell me he's not. But you want the consistency there. So to bring that low level game closer to to his good game, right?
I just don't get the like it. And listen, an upgrade right now is not realistic because all the great goalies, they're not going anywhere, Joaquin, right?
Well, no others can't afford them. So
people want to bring in Connor Ingram, who's never played in the playoffs. I think there's value to having playoff experience, finals experience. And we're not sitting here, Joaquin, because I know it's going to come in pretty soon. Stuart Skinner, he needs to improve. He does. There's many parts of his game that need to improve. We're not blind to that. But Connor Ingram, people, is not the answer. Let's stop with this.
Like you mentioned just little things about his game, the lateral movement, things like that. But where else do you think Skinner has to improve?
I think it's what our
situationally.
Yes. I think one of the biggest problems with him is what our friend of the show, Olaf Kolzig, said. His falls are too far. Right? Like
consistency kind of thing, yeah.
When he's off, he's off. Like he can't stop a beach ball. When he's on, Olaf Kolzig said it, he's a top 10 goalie in the league when he's on.
Yeah.
But what happens in between that where, Gager, because he's gonna have 2 bad games in a row. Every goalie does. But in those 2 games that he loses, he can't fall all the way down. Maybe go halfway. You know what I mean?
Playing not great and still winning. Right?
Yeah.
If you don't have your A game, you can still battle out a win. But I look at it as this, just because, again, this is looking back at last year. And this, you could say this to both goalies, but Stuart Skinner has to be the best penalty killer on the Edmonton Oilers. And I know you always hear your goaltender has to be your best penalty killer. There's something to that. But that is huge. Like, you have to come up with 1 or 2 big saves on the PK.
Yeah.
And take goals away from the other team. Give your penalty killers a little bit more confidence out there, instead of it always seemed like the other team would get a good opportunity or just an okay average opportunity and it would be in the back of the net. They have to be much better on the PK and start establishing that PK that we saw 2 years ago, where most teams just wanted to, wave it off and say, you know what, we'll just play 5-on-5. Forget this.
The biggest thing with Stuart Skinner too, also, Gager, it's obvious. I think every goalie wants to do this. You got to stop grade A's, right?
That's kind of the best penalty killer, or you got to, because it does seem like the Oilers do give up good opportunities from the middle of the ice, right? And
I'm not saying stop them all, but you have, like, situational again. The game's 3-3, they get a grade A. Vasilevsky, Bobrovsky, stop.
Yeah, I would like to see Oilers score first in most games, right? Get the lead.
Yeah.
Establish that. No goals against in those first 10 minutes, regardless of how the game is going, right? Allow your team to get settled in there. That's kind of the way sometimes I would look at, and more so throughout the season. You'd get in a situation, we've been on the road, what have you, maybe we're struggling. Get into the first period, you're tied or up 1, and go from there. That's the kind of mindset you want from your goaltenders, I think.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Listen, and Stan Bowman said it yesterday. He said he's happy with the duo in net. Obviously, things are going to change if this team is struggling mightily. Things are going to change, and I can't sit here and say, oh, you can stand pat. No, you have to go out and get a goalie. But for now, new goalie coach, your starting goalie's down 15 pounds. What does that mean? We don't know until we see him in action, Joaquin, right? So we'll see. I think Pickard is Calvin Pickard. He's a steady Eddie. He's going to give you a chance to win every game. He's not a starter. Okay? He's not. He's one of the better backups in the league, and he's proven it. He stepped in the playoffs last year, was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So they're going to give this one more look, Joaquin. But again, if the goaltending falters, Stan Bowman's going to have his work cut out for him, because acquiring a goalie at the deadline is going to be incredibly difficult. And at that point, it might have to be a sideways.
Yeah, most likely it would be, right? Just a change of scenery and going in. It's, I mean, we're going to see it for 82 games. It won't matter if Stuart Skinner has 5 good ones with a 92 save percentage. He has a
bad one.
An 88, and they lose 5-1.
Yeah,
it's going to be, what's Stan Bowman doing?
So no Connor Ingram, okay? Yes, he's a good goaltender. Yes, he's on a lesser team than the Edmonton Oilers. I understand all that, but
let's look in the Pacific. Who has the best tandem? Just on paper right now.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Demko and Lankinen.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, Demko's feeling really good.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like he's feeling really healthy.
Minnesota?
Just in the Pacific.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't say because Gustafsson and Jesper Wallstedt, who's an unknown. Vegas, who do they have? Aiden Hill and
I would still give the edge to Edmonton in that case.
You probably put Edmonton second or third.
Second, I think. Because Calgary, they've got
Wolf, but
after that, nothing.
Yeah. LA, Kemper, and Dave Rittich. Is that who it is?
Yeah. They're in trouble if something happens. I mean, Oilers on a great spot if Skinner gets hurt too, but at least Calvin Pickard went in the most important time.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't get hurt, you're almost asking questions. What could have happened?
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, we got to get to a break. Coming up next, we're going to get to Inside the Numbers for Play Alberta. We're going to have another Oiler discussion that we want you to be a part of. Slam that thumbs up for us. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat and the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999. Like always, the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out Steve-O. The Crash and Burn Western Canada Tour comes to the River Cree on September 28th. All you got to do for tickets is go to rivercreeresort.com or hit up the River Cree box office. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. You want to sprinkle a little dough on the Thursday night game in the NFL between the Bills and Dolphins. All you got to do is deposit $50 to get a $50 free bet using promo codes EST Sports or YG50. More Oilers on the other side of the break. Here's Coop.
The Oilers hit the ice this morning with Connor McDavid, Stuart Skinner, and Andrew Mangiapane all taking questions. Skinner alluded to his weight loss, losing 15 pounds in the offseason, saying that he's, quote, trying to stay as healthy as possible. Around the league, Washington's Alex Ovechkin left the ice and will be evaluated for a lower body injury, while Roman Josi was seen on the ice for the Predators after being diagnosed with POTS in June. Bottom of the 7th, Toronto is down 4-0 against Tampa in their series closer. Braden Fisher on the mound for Toronto, 1 out for Tampa, with the Rays recording 3 runs in the second inning and 1 in the 6th. 5 other games are live. Tigers down 3-1 to the Mets in the 8th, while the Athletics lead the Red Sox 4-2 in the 6th. On the field, the winless Dolphins face the 2-0 Bills in Week 3. Join Lieutenant Eric for the action down at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge at Center Casino on Fort Road for kickoff at 6:15. And the WNBA playoffs continue. Game 3 between the Fever and the Dream tonight. Series is knotted at 1 with tip-off at 5:30. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or a monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at Capital Care Foundation.net. It's Inside the Numbers for Play Alberta, next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Rick Zamber. Certainly the Ticats feel the Elks' pain because they were in that frame of mind following the Labor Day game and a last-second loss against the Argos. So I think the Ticats are really prepared for a slobber knocker of a game because Edmonton can run the ball, can play some pretty good defense. They have some weapons, always good on special teams with Javon Leake. I think this is going to be maybe a high-scoring game. Maybe both teams get into the 30s.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Fall football and your living room just became the fan zone. Before you move in the giant screen, make space to cheer on your favorite team with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Lobsterfest is back at the Canadian Brewhouse, Saturday, October 4th at 6 p.m. A pound and a half of fresh Atlantic lobster with all the fixins for just $49.99. Pair it with a stein of Alexander Keith. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
What's up, y'all? Segment 2, EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk, live from the William Huff Studios. How you doing out there? Easy. Afternoon, folks. Is the sky still falling? Nah, it's a lot more calm today. A lot more calm. We did get some lines. If you want us to read the lines, we'll let you know. But again, we got to take it with a grain of salt. The first day. 2 separate groups. McDavid, Draisaitl split up like always, but it was McDavid with Tomasek and...
They were on different ice surfaces, but then they started a new practice and put them together.
Who was with McDavid again? Tomasek and...
It was the bread eater, wasn't it?
No. Mangiapane. And then you had Nuge with Henrique and Savoy. And then you had Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Kasperi Kapanen. Rest of the lines.
Well, who was the fourth line?
Phil, Max Jones, and you're still missing Janmark, and not missing, but I haven't seen no line combinations for those guys, so we'll see.
Max Jones, eh?
Good old Max. What a first game he had, eh?
My gosh, he was toe dragging and shooting, and I'm like, oh my, where has this guy been all my life?
Hitting everything that moved.
Wow.
And it all went downhill after that. All downhill. Hey, let's get to Inside the Numbers for Play Alberta. Of course, Play Alberta is your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Joaquin, I want to ask you, for this season, just like Connor's been alluding to, the top pairing of Mattias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard, okay? It's interesting because... in the regular season, Bouchard struggled, but the Oilers were still able to figure it out. They kind of limped into the playoffs. They had a lot of injuries, but they made the playoffs, okay? Mm-hmm. In the playoffs, Ekholm was out for the majority of it, and the Oilers were fine, right? Yeah. For you, heading into this season, who is more important to the Oilers' success, Mattias Ekholm or Evan Bouchard?
Ooh, that's a good... question.
Thank you.
It'll be a better answer. I'm just going on because of last year, right? So, and seeing Mattias Ekholm, the way he finished the year, being injured, granted, but just not looking anything like the Mattias Ekholm that we rave about usually for the better part of the season. I think you know what you got with Bouch. It's at his age now. I think the start of the season for Ekholm is more concerning to me than anyone else because he's the one that kind of takes the pressure off Bouchard, right? Calms him down a little bit. So, to me, this season the play of Mattias Ekholm is crucial to me because of the injury, because of the age, contract year, all these things going into it. Because he's one piece that although they did play well without him, and I thought they were dead in the water without him. Yeah. That's a sign of a really good team, but they are so much better with a healthy 95 to 100% Ekholm.
And that's the thing, right? Can they survive the season if Ekholm has taken a step back, right? Mm-hmm. Can the Oilers survive the season if Bouchard is once again struggling in the regular season? And it's tough because Bouch's offense, right? Mm-hmm. Does that kind of outweigh what Mattias can bring defensively? Because we know Bush is going to have his up and down defensively, but does his offense kind of say where you can just sit back and say, who cares?
We need, on an episode before the season starts, we need 5 things for people to watch of Bouchard that will make them not lose their mind every game. Okay, so we'll have outlet passes, just little checklists so that he has to hit. Watch how many times he hits a guy tape to tape, 80 feet.
Yeah.
So you just, okay, he did that.
But because I think the Oilers can survive Bouchard being off defensively, because I think Wallman helps in that. I don't think they can survive Ekholm being off, because like you said, he's so important to Bouchard.
So important to Bouchard, so important to the PK, so important to the team. This is a little bit different. It's hard to describe, but I mean, you have Connor and Leon and they do these amazing things, but it was just a week ago or 2 weeks ago when Leon Draisaitl was talking about how people don't realize the things that non-hockey people don't realize, the really good things that Podkolzin does that go unnoticed.
Yeah.
And just subtle little things that Ekholm does that might not get people out of their seats cheering, but it's a stick position with a guy coming down and he just pokes it off their stick and gets it and goes the other way, right? The way subtle things, picking the puck off the wall, anticipating and getting just a deflection or taking a guy out. Those types of things that you don't really notice that add up throughout the course of a game. That's what makes him so special.
And you brought up a point where if Bouchard is off, or let's say he gets hurt, whatever, you still have, this team doesn't have issues scoring because you have McDavid and Draisaitl, right? Mm-hmm. You have Wallman who can step in and man that power play with that booming shot, and they might not miss a beat.
Yeah.
Where you brought up Ekholm, what he does for Bouchard as a partner, right?
But what he does,
what he does for the team in general, the leadership, the calmness on the ice, the physicality, and more importantly, the PK, because Bush doesn't kill penalties.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I think Ekholm is more important to this team than Bush is this year.
If you get a chance to sell a kidney and go to an Oilers game this year, go just when Ekholm's on the ice, watch some of the plays he does. And if you think look at the bench afterwards, you'll see guys stand up or tap their sticks or something, right? He gets guys fired up with some of the plays he makes. And you would think, oh, that was just a normal play.
Yeah, yeah.
He makes it look easy.
Because I think for the Edmonton Oilers, I think Wallman can step in for Bush, struggling wise. He might be better defensively right now. I don't think they missed a beat on the power play if Wallman's on the point, Joaquin.
Yeah.
Obviously, the vision and the passing, Bush is the best on the team. It's not even close. But no one can replicate what Ekholm brings to the team. No one. No. Not Darnell Nurse, not Stetcher, not Kulak. No one can do and bring to the team what Mattias Ekholm does.
Over an 82-game regular season, soon to be 84, his contribution over that period of time is going, at some point, it's going to be so hard to replace.
Yeah.
Right? And hopefully he can get back to where he was a couple of years ago. I think he can, though.
Okay.
D-men, as they get older, there's a little bit more maturity, smarter. Sometimes it's not always about working as hard as you can. It's working smarter.
Yeah.
Right?
I might have misspoke. B-Dog says, if this team wouldn't miss a beat without Bouchard, why pay him $10 million? Okay, I misspoke. Obviously, he's the best offensive defenseman on the Edmonton Oilers. It's not close for me in terms of the vision and the passing. I think Wallman is very close in the shot. He has a booming shot. We can call it the Wallman bomb too, right? Instead of the Bush bomb, right?
We'll think of something better than that, but yeah.
Yeah, I
the
think
Wallman Walloper.
I think Wallman right now is probably more consistent defensively, right? He can kill penalties, and he's got more edge to his game.
Way more.
Yeah. So B-Dog.
I don't know, the Bush, maybe Wallman was good
he's
for
the
Bush.
butcher.
Yeah, we'll see the butcher a few times.
So B-Dog, sorry I misspoke there. It's not that they wouldn't miss a beat. I just think that they can cover for Bouchard a lot more than they can for an Ekholm. Because again, Ekholm, no one no one on the Oilers plays a game like Ekholm. No one has what Ekholm has. Where Bouchard, no one has the offense. Well, I think Wallman's kind of close. But defensively, Kulak can make it up. Nurse, if he's on, can make it up. Wallman can make it up. If Emerson takes the next step. Stetcher, when he's on, he's a little feisty little bugger, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm getting at, where it's unfair to say he would have missed a beat because he's the highest paid Oilers defenseman. Offensively, you would miss it. Sure. 5-on-5 especially. I'll be honest.
It's not the power play that you miss out on Bouchard.
I think Nurse and Ekholm would do just as good.
It's moving the puck out of the zone and things. That's where his value, I mean, obviously the points too, right? But his vision, his poise, that's what it's not just power play Bouch. It's a portion of it, but there's a lot of other things that he brings that kind of go overshadowed because of some of the mistakes get overshadowed. Because
Bouch, the guys that run, the reason the power play's successful, it's 29 and 97.
Yes.
Okay.
There's other guys are giving good contributions, but I think people are so worried about them.
Exactly.
Do you think the power play what does it need to change? Like, not that it needs to change because it's still very effective, but do they need to just add another look of some sort?
They probably should, because it's getting a little stale at times. Listen, they've been historically good. You know, it was going to dip a bit.
Yeah.
Right. But for the way it's going now, you don't change. It's not broken.
Yeah.
But like you said, can you mix in a different look once in a while, a different player?
Yeah.
Right.
Or just because they have some set plays, right? And it's a lot of times it's going to Leon. Maybe Leon, a little bit more movement from Leon. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all you need. Where he gets the puck on his backhand and spins around and fires it. Maybe he's darting into the middle a little bit more, right? Just because when they are just stagnant and just standing there, and Connor's being the skinny little Nintendo guy going around and around with the puck, it's easy to defend.
Will Nuge be replaced for a few looks once in a blue moon? Will Wallman go and take a shift if Bouchard was just on the ice for 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's another thing.
That's the other thing that Knoblauch doesn't do well, is that no matter how tired the guys are, he'll always throw the first power play unit on them. And sometimes you can't.
And I'll say that, but when you see your players go, I'm ready to, you good? Yeah, I'm good.
They're always going to say that.
They're always going to say that. I think it has to be on Connor and Leon a little bit too, that we were just out here. We'll give 40 seconds. Nothing's going. We'll go.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me a breather.
Give me 40.
Yeah.
Right. Be mature enough to not have to be the big dog all the time.
Yeah.
And you're probably way more effective that way.
Yeah. BBJ says, how about play 2 power play lines? You know what? It's in I know a lot of teams do it, but that's just not the Oiler way when you have 29-97. And I kind of agree. The only time I want to see the second unit is when the other guys are tired. Because Knoblauch, like I just said, he plays these guys when they're dead.
And this is the thing. The reason why I would like to see stats of 2 years ago when they had that historical power play, it was because they did stay out for the whole 2 minutes, and they'd have the puck in the zone the whole time.
Yeah.
And even with the other team, they would get it down. They'd be so happy that they actually got the puck out. But Connor and Leon were coming right back, and they didn't get the second unit.
Yeah.
And they would tire those guys out too.
Like, for example, let's say they're on separate lines. McDavid's been on for 2 minutes. They get caught out there. Then boom, they break it out. They get a power play. I'm even okay with Connor saying, hey, just go with dry. Put someone in my spot. I'll come in 40 seconds. I need a breather.
Depending on the moment of the game. Why not just use the timeout?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. It's different if you're down a goal. You want
There's
McDavid.
So many other ways that you can stall at the end of the game and stuff. Break a stick, whatever.
Yeah.
Take a timeout then if it's important.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's an interesting conversation. I heard Tommy and Dusty talking about in the rankings of importance. I think Tom had Ekholm over Bouchard, and that's what got me thinking. I'm like, who needs, if one of these guys goes down or is not good, can the Oilers, which one would the Oilers be more keen on surviving with, them struggles? And I think we both said Ekholm. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. Despite, listen, Bouchard's the highest paid. He's brilliant offensively. He can be really good defensively, like we've seen in the last 2 playoffs. But I think there is a little bit concern because he has the deal now. You know,
it could be. It could go either way. It could be a good. It could be a great thing, right? Maybe because remember last year when we were saying, did we have Tommy on? I don't know. We were all talking about it, but I think Tommy was the first one to actually say maybe he's feeling the pressure a little bit of.
That's a good point
of the contract.
Maybe he's now just relaxing. I don't have to worry about it.
I mean, how more? I don't know if more relaxed for Bouchard's a good thing, but
the last thing he needs is more relaxed.
You thought you saw some toe drags now. Whoa.
Oh, man. It's going to be interesting. Oh, I can't wait for his first blunder. And the post-game show is going to erupt. And Benny's going to get up and be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't handle this. All right. Coming up next, it's your favorite segment of the week, the Red Light District with Joaquin Gage. Never know what's going to happen, but always excited to see what our guy brings for the Red Light District. Portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brewhouse. Make your birthday legendary at the CBH. Epic food, killer drinks, and a vibe you can't beat. Plus, get free nachos with the wrap. Book your party now. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house. On the other side of the break, it's the Red Light District here on EST Afternoons.
Day 2 of Oilers training camp saw Connor McDavid, Andrew Mangiapane, and Stuart Skinner addressing media. McDavid being asked about his approach to the season, stating, quote, "I want to score goals and play at a high level." For the Capitals, 40-year-old Alex Ovechkin left the ice early and is being evaluated for a lower body injury, while from Tampa, the Jays trailed the Rays 4-zip top of the 9th. Toronto has no outs with George Springer at bat. Elsewhere, Boston trails the Athletics 5-2 entering the 8th inning. Red Sox sit 6 games back of the Jays for first in the AL East. NFL action, Josh Allen and the Bills take on the Dolphins. Buffalo 2-0 on the season, leading the AFC East. Catch the action alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge. That's Enter Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff goes at 6:15. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. Catch some Double E football action this season with the Elks' next home game, September 27th against the Riders. Tickets start at just $20. Get your tickets now at goelks.com. Red Light District brings us back on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Hangout.
Oh, well, his wife got a restaurant. Who cares? I go, he's gonna sign for $140 million. I go, that $400,000 for the restaurant? Like, somebody will sell the name, somebody will buy it.
True.
Who cares about the restaurant? You go by body language and what he says. Yes, I want to win in Edmonton. Has he said, yes, I want to stay in Edmonton?
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Whoa, blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Joaquin.
You don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night.
Joaquin.
You don't have to wear that dress tonight. Walk the streets for money. You don't care if it's wrong or if it's right.
Joaquin.
You don't have to put on the red light.
Joaquin.
You don't have to put on the red light.
Joaquin. 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 We're back here on EST Afternoons. We have some news from the Edmonton Oilers. Joaquin, would you like to know what it is? Dun, dun, dun.
Is it? Is McDavid signed?
No.
Oh.
All right. This is from Kris Knoblauch, Edmonton Oilers head coach, speaking with the media. Zach Hyman will not be ready for the team's season opener on October 8th. They are targeting a return for Zachary Martin Hyman of November 1st.
Season's over.
You know what that means, Joaquin? A lot of opportunity for some of these young bucks to play on the top six, in the top six. Because Zachary Martin Hyman and the Oilers are targeting a November 1st return.
Well, here comes Thomasek.
Thomasek season is here. You know who's the happiest right now? Tony from BP's.
Oh, yeah.
Because Thomasek's going to play.
Well, he's going to start.
Yeah. I wonder what number he is. Anyone know? I know there's numbers out there. I think he wore 29, but he's obviously not wearing 20. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's the big news. Zach Hyman, November 1st return. That is the target date for the Edmonton Oilers. Joaquin, what do you got for the red light district?
Well, buddy, these are tough times for Oilers fans.
Sure is, man.
You know,
Shouldn't be this way.
No, but I always try to think about everyone out there and try to make things a little bit better for you. And I want you guys to all know that you're not alone. And there's been times throughout the course of history where this has happened to other sports markets as well, with their stars going into looming free agency. So I have made a list.
Oh,
okay, a top 10 list of top 10 free agency panic moments of professional sports with different from different sports and different people. So we'll start at number 10.
Okay.
Number 10, 1992 Pittsburgh Pirates to San Francisco Giants. Do you know who we're talking about? Old Big Head.
Barry
Bonds.
Double B.
Pirates fans saw their perennial contender dismantled as Bonds left, becoming the face of the Giants for the next 2 decades. Now, I know that probably doesn't make you feel any better because he went somewhere else, but this is obviously he wanted to leave Pittsburgh. Okay.
Oh boy.
Number 9, Reggie White in 1993, Philadelphia Eagles to the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh.
A true First true free agency superstar. Eagles fans were stunned when we went over his nickname, the Minister of Defense.
The Minister of Defense.
Chose Green Bay.
And won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Not too long ago, old Pajama John, Johnny Tavares, the Islanders to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Islanders fans felt betrayed when their captain and homegrown star bolted despite promises of loyalty. So at least we're not getting those like what Johnny T did, right?
The old dog compared it, the McDavid situation to Johnny.
Oh, really? Okay. Albert Pujols.
Oh.
To 2011, St. Louis Cardinals to the Los Angeles Angels. Fresh off a World Series win, St. Louis fans couldn't believe their franchise icon was leaving.
Son of a gun.
Number 6, Alex Rodriguez. 2000, Mariners to the Texas Rangers. Seattle had already lost Randy Johnson and Ken Griffey Jr. Losing A-Rod to a record-breaking $252 million deal was another gut punch.
That was, but the money they offered him was
crazy, right?
Just out of this world.
And this one was, I was like, really? That, I didn't know. Obviously, they loved him. But Peyton Manning back in 2012, from the Colts to the Broncos, 14 seasons with Indy. Indy fans feared the unknown. He proved he still had MVP football left, just not in Colts blue. Number 4, Shaquille O'Neal. 1996, Magic to the Lakers.
Oh, yeah.
Orlando had a young powerhouse with Shaq and Penny. Remember Penny? Huh?
Penny Hardaway.
Penny Hardaway. His departure left Magic fans gutted and broke up in a dynasty in the making. Now we're getting to the top 3. Any guesses of the third one is?
Top 3 superstars that have left their team. Well, Gretzky's in there.
This guy's got a nickname like a spider.
Oh, boy. I don't know.
Kevin Durant. What is he called?
I don't know, actually.
What's Kevin Durant's nickname? Isn't it the...
yeah, we just talked about this the other day.
KD. No.
That ain't it.
Slim Reaper.
Slim Reaper. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was a spider. OKC fans thought they had a dynasty brewing with Durant and Westbrook. Losing him to a rival felt like betrayal. Number 2.
That's a good one.
Greatest of all time.
Michael Jordan.
The other one.
Wayne
Different
Gretzky.
sport. Different sport.
Wayne Gretzky.
Different sport. Through the pigskin.
Joe Montana.
War number 12.
Aaron Rodgers.
Jesus. Tom Brady, 2020. New England Patriots to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2 decades of dominance. Patriots fans were terrified to face life without the GOAT.
The GOAT!
And then watched him win a Super Bowl elsewhere. And the number 1.
The great one? No.
Not even close. LeBron James.
Oh.
The infamous decision. Cleveland fans were shattered, burning jerseys and fearing permanent irrelevance. So those are the top 10 free agency panic moments.
Oh, Lonnie's like, you're killing us with this.
Yeah, they didn't always turn out well, but I think it's going to be okay. Who knows?
Yeah, it's going to. At this point, do you think if Connor signs a 2-year deal, Oilers fans will be happy?
I don't know.
Tough, eh? Wheels with a good one. Lindros refusing to play for the Nordiques.
Yeah, but it was funny because 2 years, maybe it wasn't too long afterwards. They pulled all, I think it was 30 GMs or whatever, how many teams there were at that point.
Yeah.
And only 2 of them said they would make that trade again because of what they got.
Well, Forsberg.
They wouldn't trade Forsberg for Lindros at that. They wouldn't even trade it 1-for-1.
Okay, but in their prime, who would you take, Lindros or Forsberg?
Forsberg.
For real? In their prime,
Mm-hmm.
Lindros was an absolute beast.
So was Forsberg.
With no injuries?
Well, they both suffered from injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Who would you take, Forsberg or Lindros, in their prime? In their prime. C-Run, Ohtani to the Dodgers instead of the Jays.
Right.
Remember that whole fiasco?
Kawhi, too, right? I guess. You could say.
That story keeps getting worse and worse. This Paolo Torre, guys, he's got documents. He's here the latest today. Holy smokes. They're going to get hit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to hit hard. That's a good Forsberg. Like, I love Peter Forsberg. But Lindros at his peak, with the size, the skill, was there anyone better in that time?
I mean, they were both dominant forces, but I just think that the skill set for Peter Forsberg was higher than Lindros. And Lindros was a bit of a unicorn too, right? They're both great. I'm not saying, but if you were to ask me if I had the choice between one or the other, I would have picked Peter Forsberg.
That's a good, it's good. I mean, I don't think there's a wrong answer, Joaquin.
No, the right answer is Peter Forsberg. But no, I mean, they both went into situations that fit perfectly too, right? He went into the Legion of Doom line with Renberg and Leclerc, and they just, I think the total mass of that line was over 700 pounds, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because Renberg looked small, but he was 6'2", 220.
He's just small next to those two.
Those two behemoths, they were, he looked tiny.
Krager says, no question, Forsberg. C-Run, Forsberg was insane. He destroyed the Oilers for a decade, yeah. Sheesh edits Forsberg, he won. Lindros lost in the cup final. The disrespect for Lindros right now.
Yeah, that Stanley Cup kind of puts you over the top.
Do the Avalanche win a cup with Lindros if they don't make that trade?
Ooh, we'd have to jump on an alternate timeline.
Because they still have Sakic.
And Lindros. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If you were to, I don't know if Eric's ever been asked that question, but looking back, should you have just stayed? Right? And I think he said, well, look, he was looking at the whole marketing thing and didn't want to play. It was so weird for a Canadian not to want to play in Canada.
But I'm pretty sure a lot of influence from his dad.
Oh, they were awful.
Yeah. So both players were great. Both players' careers were cut short. Who said it here? Lonnie says Lindros' prime was too short. It was, man. When he got knocked out by Scott Stevens, that was kind of the downfall, right?
It happened way before that, though. He says it. The problem was I was this size when I was 16. He didn't need to lift his head up in junior. He just went through
everybody, yeah.
And you get to the NHL, and guys are the same size as you. And at that point, I mean, obviously it's a penalty now, but you were taught if a guy had his head down, you buried him.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the old way, man. Yeah.
And if you actually look at Stevens' hits, they're quite clean. Like
they are.
They're like he's not giving them like chicken wings and stuff like that. They're all quite good, right?
Statue Boss Productions. What have I told you? Lindros played more games than Forsberg. Yeah, both guys were hampered by unfortunate injuries. 100%. Yeah, it's a good discussion, man. Do the Avalanche win if Lindros is with Sakic instead of Forsberg? I think they do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's.
And who was the better player for you?
If that doesn't happen. Oh yeah, because. Well, that doesn't make sense. So what are we saying? If Lindros stays, Forsberg goes to Philly, right?
So
with all those other guys.
So Rip City says they would have Sakic, Lindros, and Sundin, but if they stay in Quebec, Patrick Roy never gets traded there. Yeah, there's so many different things that change. Yeah.
We really need the Infinity Gauntlet.
That's a good point, though. It's a great conversation.
That's cool.
Hey, the Afternoon Inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their happy hour. It's 5:25 drinks. It's available Sunday to Thursday. So you go tonight from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat, River Cree Inbox 780-218-9999. And on the Nasty Chat on the other side of the break, our boy, DVD, Derek Van Diest from NHL.com, checks in from Oilers day one of practice. That's all coming up here on EST Afternoons. We got a break, but first up, our boy Coob with your sports update.
The Lock Shop.
And so this comes down to just who do you think's going to win? And for me, I just have zero faith in that BC Lions defense. And I just don't have the confidence that the BC Lions defense do that to Vernon Adams, Dedrick Mills, and the rest of the Calgary Stampeders offense. The only real concern that I would have for the Stamps is a little bit of injuries defensively, especially on their D-line. But the Stamps team, they're just the best team in the CFL.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses. Because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
Get ready for pure adrenaline at Buck's Auto Parts Annihilation Night, Saturday, September 13th at Brand Torque Raceway. Witness an action-packed evening filled with crashing, smashing, and jaw-dropping stunts. From heart-pounding collisions to cars dropped from towering cranes and a jet car burn. Celebrate an evening of outrageous entertainment at Buck's Auto Parts Annihilation Night, Saturday, September 13th at Brand Torque Raceway. Just west of Highway 2 and Highway 19 at the Edmonton International Airport. Tickets and info online at radraceway.com.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Zach Hyman will not be ready for the Oilers to start the season. Head coach Kris Knoblauch saying that the team is eyeing a November 1st return date for Hyman as he continues to recover from a wrist injury he suffered in the postseason. Elsewhere, Alex Ovechkin is being evaluated for a lower body injury after he left Capitals practice early today. And a few minutes ago, Toronto lost 4-0 against Tampa in their series closer. Jays taking the first two games, with Tampa coming back to win the final two. Toronto is back in action tomorrow, opening a 3-game series with the Royals. And right now, 2 games are in the top of the 9th. Mets have a 6-1 lead over the Padres, while the Red Sox trail the Athletics 5-3. And Thursday Night Football sees the Bills and Dolphins kicking off at 6:15. Buffalo leading the AFC East, going 2-0 so far, while Miami swims at the bottom of the division, winless on this season. Swing by Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Center Casino on Fort Road for the action. Lieutenant Eric will be down there every Monday and Thursday night. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of EST Afternoon starts right now.
Hey, hour 2 here on EST Afternoons, live from the William Huff Studios. Coming up, DVD. Get to him right away here. Kevin Radomski from the Edmonton Oil Kings, Director of Business Ops. They kick off their season tomorrow. We'll have Guy Flaming on the show to tee up the Oil Kings season. We'll see what they do this year. They made the playoffs last year. We're out in the first round. See if they can make it a little bit further this time around. So it's going to be a fun conversation. They got a wicked night coming up for their first game of the season on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Well, I guess afternoon game. And then we'll get to some Oilers audio probably in the last segment. Maybe hear from 97 or Stewie Skins, who's 15 pounds lighter.
Wow.
Hit us up on the NAS chat. Slam that thumbs up. And the River Crayon Box, 780-218-9999, as we'll bring in Derek Van Dies from NHL.com. Joins us now. I think he's still at the rink, as I can see. Derek, how you doing today, man? Oh, you're muted. I think DVD is muted there. Or reconnect DVD. If you can hear us.
I did. I know that the red light district showed a lot of guys that left, but there's a lot of guys that stayed too.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so I actually kind of looked up a few other ones that actually stayed that we can get to later.
If you want to compare to like a lesser extent, Scheifele and Hellebuck, we all thought they were out the door.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in Winnipeg did too. And then boom, they both signed on the same day. Do we have DVD? Okay. Coop's going to let us know when DVD's ready to go here. Yeah, so it's I just find it funny that it's going to be like they think this is not going to be a distraction. It's going to be an enormous.
Oh yeah,
enormous. So,
and Steve Stamkos, remember he was supposed to leave.
Yeah,
stayed.
Yeah. That's a good one.
He was linked to Toronto.
Yeah.
John Elway was they were hearing that he was about to move too.
Yeah.
He stayed in Denver, won a couple Super Bowls, right? Big one. Tim Duncan was rumored to leave too. Stayed with San Antonio his whole career, didn't he? Stayed with San Antonio.
Yeah, I think he did.
Although I think Drew Brees, he started in San Diego.
Yeah.
But after the what was it, Bounty Gate, the Brees' contract was up in the air, but he resigned.
Mm-hmm.
So even Mario Lemieux, when the Penguins were facing like bankruptcy and stuff, he stayed. I think he bought the team, but
all right, just waiting. DVD's there. I can see him. I just want to see if if he's not muted.
Also, another big one. There was actually a Prime show on it. Joe Sakic. Remember the Rangers gave him that front-loaded offer sheet?
Yeah.
And he stayed too. So
can you imagine?
Well, they matched. Kind of a different situation, but
yeah, it'd be definitely interesting. So, sorry, we're just working on DVD here. I'm a little distracted right now. Gager says 25 pounds lighter. Gager, that was posted by the Oilers on kind of like the roster, but Stuart Skinner cleared it up today that it was just a misprint. He's lost 15 pounds.
Yeah.
So we all thought it was 30, but it's 15. Yeah, and Skinner himself confirmed that. So just in case people have missed that,
he should have kept it as 25.
All right, as we're now joined by DVD. DVD, you there?
Hey guys, yeah, sorry about that. I'm not sure why the mic wasn't working.
Yeah, no worries.
Tried a couple of different headphones, so
no worries
how
at
you guys
all.
doing?
Good. How about you? You still out down at the rink?
Yeah, I'm at the rink for somebody. I'll be here for a little bit still, so it's my second home.
Nice. Well, DVD, since you're down there and you saw the boys skate today, I mean, we're going to take all these lines with an extreme grain of salt here. We're not going to read too much into it, but I kind of want to get your first impressions of David Thomasek. If you can give us just kind of what you saw after day one, like, some of the things that stood out to you for David Thomasek's game since he was playing with McDavid and Mangiapane.
Yeah, he's got some good size, and you can watch him in the drills and things like that. So he's got some good size. My question with him is whether he'll be able to keep up at this pace, at the NHL pace. It's going to be a little faster than it was in Sweden, and also the rink is smaller, so he's going to have to make decisions a lot quicker. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the one thing that is going to stand out, and I think we'll get a kind of better understanding in game situations. It's tough to kind of just figure that out in drills. But size-wise, it looks like he's got good size, so I think he might fit in well. But yeah, like today, the lines, they split the groups. They got like 50 players here, so they're just trying to, I wouldn't read anything into those lines, to be honest with you. And they're gonna have one team that goes on the road, one team that plays at home, and it'll be up to the starters how many games they want to play. I remember last year, McDavid played 5 preseason games, which I thought was a lot for a guy like that. Most of these guys play 2 or 3. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But, first day of training camp, McDavid was talking about how good the practice was, what a good high-paced practice was. He said he haven't had a practice like that in a long, long time. That probably have to go back to the regular season because I don't think in playoffs you practice that hard. He's confident. He's excited about the season, and I think he was happy that we didn't start off with the contract questions in his scrum. So I obviously waited till the end to see if there's anything new. There's nothing new on that front, but yeah, he's looking forward to the year, and I think the team comes in with a little better attitude this year. I think, it's like you said, turning the page this year might be a little easier than last year. Last year, there was such disappointment losing Game 7, losing that series. And it took them a little while, and they admitted it took them a little while to get over. I think this is a situation where, when you get, girlfriend breaks up with you once, it's hard. When another girlfriend breaks up with you the second time, it's a little easier to take the second time around. So I think that's the situation the owners are in right now. The second time's always easier to get over than the first.
DVD, just looking at the coaching staff, there's some new faces there. Have you gotten any sense from Knoblauch that are things remaining status quo? I've heard him wanting to get one of his main kind of focus points is the PK of this year and getting it to a little bit more consistent. Or how do you look at him? Is there going to be major changes in the way that the Oilers play this year just because of maybe there's not as many veterans anymore, and there's some new guys that maybe require a little bit more of a teaching moments?
Yeah, and I think Kris Knoblauch mentioned that yesterday about the new coaching staff. He said he doesn't. There's a lot of new guys here, and he likes the fact that they're going to bring some new ideas and new ways of doing things. And Knoblauch said he's a guy that he likes his coaching staff to have a lot of input. He likes them to tell him what's on their mind. And it's not a guy that Kris Knoblauch doesn't run his team like it's my way or the highway type thing. He will take input from other coaches. And I think he said it's going to be refreshing to kind of, these new faces is going to be refreshing. And also the new faces on the ice that they think they're going to inject some youthful enthusiasm into the team. And Connor McDavid talked about, last year things got stale at some point. Like they were looking towards the playoffs and things in the regular season got a little stale with such a veteran group because they had one eye on the playoffs while they were still trying to play in the regular season. So I think this year they think that bringing some of these young guys in, bringing some of these new coaches in will kind of revitalize the group a little bit and bring some new ideas and bring some new energy. So I think they're really looking forward to that. And we'll see how the penalty kill, obviously the power play has been lights out for a long time. They lost Glenn Gullickson. He was running the power play for a long, long time. So it's going to be interesting where that goes. But right now it's all positive in the sense that they enjoy that they have some new faces and there's some new players coming in here. And I think, and I've talked to Stan Bowman about this before, and I think I brought it up again yesterday. You can't win last year's Stanley Cup with this year's team. This year's team has to win this Stanley Cup. So I think a lot of mistakes, and Stan Bowman said in previous conversations with him that he had made that mistake, last year we missed out on the Stanley Cup because our power play wasn't just good enough. So we're just going to focus on improving our power play this year. And then when there's other deficiencies in the year, every year is different. And I think that's the way they're looking at it this year. They're looking at this is a new year. They've turned the page from last year, and a lot of the new faces and fresh approaches and new ideas will be coming in. I think with this new coaching staff.
Hey, DVD, it was just announced that I guess Kris Knoblauch said, obviously, Zach Hyman, the target date now is November 1st. It's a big blow for the Oilers. We saw what Zach Hyman meant to this team. He missed the finals, right? He's such a part of this team. What do you make of it? Just a month off? Can the Oilers, it's creating opportunity for a lot of these young guys to maybe play in that spot where Zach Hyman will be when he returns, but how big of a loss is this to start the season?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. And no one really knew, how long it was going to be. And, even Zach Hyman talked about, they're going to get check on it and see. He had surgery right after Game 4 when he sustained the injury after a hit from Mason Marchment there, and he knew it was broken right away. He said he knew he was done as soon as he was hit. I think we all did, just the way he was held his hand. And so he's been recovering basically all off season. He said he's been able to skate, had trouble holding a stick. But I think this does create opportunity, and it's a situation where what you have in Zach Hyman. Mm-hmm. You know where he's going to play. You know what he brings you, but you're not sure what you have in some of these other guys. You know, the Isaac Howard and you know, the Matt Savoys and the Thomas X and guys like that. So this does create a situation where, okay, now you can play these guys in the top 6 and see what they can do in those roles and whether or not they can be successful in those roles. So a door closes, but another one does open for some of these guys to make an impression and to make an impression when it really matters during the regular season. So I think that's the big thing for them. Yeah, the Oilers are going to miss Zach Hyman, but they'd rather miss him the first month of the season than they did the last month of the season. So I think, if Zach Hyman can come back and, he plays a simple game, straightforward, goes to the net. He's good in tight. So I think, if as long as he's able to skate, I think that's the one thing that he said to me at the Olympic orientation game. As long as he's able to skate, he can stay in shape, and then he comes back, the wrist feels good, then he can kind of work on building that up. So I think that's the positive side of that it's a hand injury. But yeah, this will open up some opportunities and give the Oilers a really good long look at some guys in meaningful games as opposed to trying to make an evaluation on some exhibition games where half the teams are missing most of their players.
DVD, another point everyone's making is the fact that Stuart Skinner's lost the freshman 15 there and looking to be maybe a little bit quicker in net and feeling a little bit better. How is he looking, or does he just look like a guy that's goalie gear is too big for him now?
He said his pants are getting too big for him, so he noticed that he might have to invest in a new wardrobe. Stu, he likes to look good, so either he's got to get them tailored or dress in a new wardrobe. There was a typo in the listing, so they had him at 205, and he's like, "No, I'm not 205. It's 205." For a guy 6'7", but pretty skinny.
Yeah.
But no, he said, he feels a little lighter on his feet. He hopes he's a little quicker. Yeah, but he also did say that he was working out, so he's a little bigger on the upper body. So he hit the gym pretty hard this summer. So, and I think that's one of those things that he said it was hard to lose that weight. He hit the gym pretty hard, so he feels stronger, he feels lighter. So he's hopefully that will help him out in the end. Like, goalies are skinny to begin with. Like you know what? I played goal one time in like an exhibition tournament. I can't remember what it was, and I was in Medicine Hat with the Tigers. Tigers goalie didn't want to play goal. I said, "I'll put your equipment on. I'll play goal." And I'm like, "My God, is it? It's hard. You can tell why goalies are so skinny. Like, you would know, Gager. Like, it's hard to drag that equipment around. So it's not like he was overweight, but I think he says that he feels a little skinnier and thinner and lighter, and I think that he hopes that helps him in the long run. So we'll see how it goes. It's a big year for him. It's a contract year. Going into the last year of his contract, he can be an unrestricted free agent next year. So this is a big year for him, and it's going to be interesting to see how he kind of rebounds. Well, rebounds, I don't know if that's a great word. He had a pretty good season last year. Not as good as the year before, but he still had a pretty good season. They went to the Cup final. So it'll be interesting to see how he kind of plays this year.
Well, at least that new wardrobe, you can put it in that California closet, and there's a lot of room in there.
That's right. Yeah, Yeah, I made the mistake once. I lost a bunch of weight. I hit the gym pretty hard, and then I got all new wardrobe, and then I outgrew it within months. So I got all these suits and stuff, and I always look at them and go, "I'll get back into that." And I was I don't know if I will get back into those. So those You always buy clothes when you're bigger. You buy clothes when you're smaller. You can always wear something a little looser, but when it's too tight, you're like, "Damn."
Just crowbar your way in there.
Yeah, exactly.
DVD, great stuff. It's day one. I mean, we'll finally get some game action on Sunday, and then we'll continue to break down all the decisions and who looks good and who's not looking so good. And of course, the big one, the Connor McDavid contract extension, that will continue to be the hot story in the NHL until he does sign. So, DVD, thank you for taking some time on a busy day for you, and I'm sure we'll chat soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right. That's Derek Van Diest from NHL.com checking in from the arena there as he was down there for Oilers day one on the ice. And like you said, the lines and all that, you guys all know this, and gals. It's just don't read too much into it. We're coming to you live from the William Huff Studios. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. On the other side of the break, Kevin Radomski from the Edmonton Oil Kings joins us in studio here on EST Afternoons. Keep hammering that thumbs up for us. We're going to get to a break, but first up, Coop with your sports update.
Oilers head coach Kris Knoblauch announced that Zach Hyman will miss the early parts of the season as the team expects a November 1st return date for the winger. And Hyman has been recovering from a wrist injury he sustained in the playoffs. In other news, Washington's Alex Ovechkin left the ice and will be evaluated for a lower body injury. The 40-year-old is entering his 21st NHL season. From Green Bay, Tucker Kraft sustained a knee injury in practice. He will undergo testing, with the NFL Network reporting that it's not expected to be a long-term issue. On the field, the winless Dolphins face the 2-0 Bills in Week 3. Join Lieutenant Eric for the action down at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff goes at 6:15. While in the majors, the Jays were shut out 4-0 by the Rays to close out their series. Toronto still holds first place in the AL East, up 4 games on the Yankees. 2 games are live right now. Mariners up 2-0 on the Royals. Toronto's next opponent in the top of the 9th, while the Marlins have a 2-run lead over the Rockies in the 4th. Kevin Radomski from the Oil Kings is our next guest as we return from break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Jason Smith checking in, Edmonton Oil Kings head coach.
Your first 2, 3, 4 training camps are always stressful. In Jersey, they did a treadmill test, and it basically, you were on the treadmill and it just kept getting faster and steeper, and then sooner or later you got spit off the back and you were done. It's just nice once you get on the ice and you can just worry about playing hockey and get rid of all the excess stuff.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Taco Tuesday just got wild at the Canadian Brewhouse. New tacos and quesadillas are just $3.49 all day. And after 4 p.m., sip $5.99 spicy mango margaritas and enjoy $2 off Corona tankers. Let's talk about a good time. The Canadian Brewhouse.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Need extra space for products, tools, or seasonal stock? Sentinel Storage gives your business flexible storage and the room to grow. Affordable storage that scales with you. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
We're back here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, and Zach Kubish, our producer, and we're very happy to welcome into the studio Kevin Radomski, of course, Director of Business Ops with the Edmonton Oil Kings. First time on the EST Afternoons. How you
Absolutely.
doing?
This is so good. I love
great.
it. Good to see you guys again. This is awesome.
Well, seeing Joaquin, I mean.
Wow, like, come on. Like, right? Like, I did my hair extra nice today. I knew I was going to see Joaquin. I'm like, I got to look good, smell good. There's no fooling around.
No hair talk.
You smell wonderful.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for nothing, Joaquin. Right?
It's really nice, actually.
In this muggy studio.
Yeah, it gets a little warm.
Kevin, before we get to the home opener, you guys start the season tomorrow in Red Deer, which is going to be great fun. But like for you, like all this off-season work, it's always so much fun when you get to see it, like, you know, come together for that first game. I know when I was with the Elks, the marketing team, the communications team, but that first home game, there's something special. Like just that feeling for you and your staff, knowing that you guys are putting on something pretty cool on Saturday, but just to get there, you're finally there, and now it's go time.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people say, if you're not familiar, you're saying like, oh, what do you guys do in the summer? You just sleep till you're hungry and eat until you're tired, right?
Yeah.
And like, honestly, it's the busiest time of year because you're trying to pull all these different promotions together. You're out there looking to see what works and what can we do and how can we further entertain the fans.
Yeah.
And to your point, exactly that. Like, it's always nice to have it drawn up on paper, but when it comes to actually bringing it to life and bringing it to the fans, it's so much like energy goes in that you can't wait to give it in the arena. And it all starts this Saturday afternoon. So excited.
When, like, I think back to junior and playing and those.
A couple years ago.
A few years ago. But it was usually like I played in Portland, so coming up to Canada, and it was neat because in the States it was treated more of like thought of as a professional team. But you come in Canada, you see kids. The game times would be earlier. What types of things you got going? I heard you talking before. I know a little bit, but talk a little bit about what's going on for the kids at the home opener here.
You know what's so funny is like the home opener, we know we're going to have 3 thrilling periods of junior hockey, right? We have a great opponent in the Red Deer Rebels. That's a rivalry. They're an hour and a half down the road. The rivalry is set. So the junior hockey, it's already established.
Yeah.
Before we drop the puck, we are so excited to welcome back one of the most, if not the most popular Edmonton Oil King players of all time, Curtis Lazar. If anyone wants to text in, tell me a time that you've ever interacted with Curtis Lazar and he wasn't smiling. He's the happiest guy. Yeah. I'm going to age myself. Like, I've known him since he was like 17 years old. And for him to be able to don the Oilers sweater this year, playing for the blue and orange, how cool is that? And then we're going to bring him back. So this Saturday afternoon, doors open at 3, puck drops at 4. He's dropping the ceremonial puck as we welcome Curtis back to Oil Country. And we're going to give away 1,000 Curtis Lazar pennants.
Wow.
And he's going to autograph them in the first intermission, right? Because, like, why wouldn't he? He's Curtis Lazar, right? So you say to yourself, we've got the hockey covered. So we've got 3 thrilling periods. We've got Curtis Lazar. And then people are like, well, what else do you got? I'm like, you know what we have? We have one of Canada's top Taylor Swift tribute acts. Her name is Carla Sacco. She's coming in from Toronto. She is going to perform a 45-minute set, Taylor Swift inspired set, center ice post game. And it's all like for one ticket. You get it all.
Is Travis Kelce going to be there? No.
Exactly.
So, like having Lazar there and now Jason Smith, like just what does that do? Not only for the players, but just the everyone in the Oil Kings organization. Just having a guy that's on two guys that are in the NHL. I know that Jason played in Regina, but their names are on the walls and stuff like that.
What is the former captain of the Edmonton Oilers,
exactly. That's
right?
got to do wonders for the organization.
I say to you, we have an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah.
Right. So with Jason Smith being our head coach, and like a lot of people, the number one comment I hear about Jason is they can't believe how big he is, like physically, right? Like I don't know what people expect, but he's not a small man.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have a skills and development coach, Ladislav Smeed, right?
Yeah.
You've got yourself Kyle Chip Chura, who was, in the NHL as well. And like, we are so privileged and so fortunate to have this depth for these young kids that are playing for the Edmonton Oil Kings to know that Jason Smith, can you imagine being a young D-man, like a guy like Blake Fiddler, a guy like Reese Peterson, and your head coach is the former Oilers captain, Jason Smith? We're so energized with that. And when we announced Jason as our head coach, I was in the Hall of Fame room. I had the pleasure of being able to introduce him to the media, and I could hear a reaction from the media that were assembled. And, like, no offense, like you guys are usually pretty stoned that way, right? And we brought Jason out. It energizes everything. And like, I still get excited talking to Jason. Like when he texts me, I'm just like, "Oh, wow, this is Jason Smith."
This is Gager text.
I don't ever Joaquin Gage texts me, but you know what I mean. Like, but like honestly, it's so great for our brand, and I get really really excited for the players to be able to learn from someone like Jason who just loves being a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Getting back to for the kiddos here, I mean, Taylor Swift, one of the big things about her is the friendship bracelet.
Yeah.
Tell us more about this and what's going on Saturday.
Yeah, so right when you walk in the doors open at 3 o'clock, puck drops at 4, but we're going to have all of the bracelet making station right as you come in. It'll be off to your left of the main gates. And, Taylor Swift fans, that's what they want to do. They want to make their friendship bracelets. They want to exchange them.
Yeah.
We're going to have tables. I can tell you, I've been buying and ordering. Like my search history is going to be just gonzo now because it's all Taylor Swift. And it's all in the name of really that thrilling entertainment, right? And the one thing that we want to be known for is the great value that families can expect when they come to an Oil King game. You get to come to Rogers Place, okay? Yeah. So first and foremost, like if I say it's the nicest building in the WHL, it's the biggest understatement I've ever said. It's one of the nicest buildings in North America. And to be able to say that you can watch junior hockey for a price that starts at $20 a seat. Like for us, like we are so lucky and so privileged to be able to play inside Rogers Place and to be able to provide our fans the opportunity to come to Rogers Place, see great hockey, and know that the whole family can take part in it.
Yeah, and with that, tell us more about food's a big thing, right?
Wow.
The food combos, like everybody loves their popcorn, the hot dogs, and all that. So give us a little more information on the food combos that are back for Edmonton Oil Kings.
Yeah, like we challenged ourselves a couple of years ago to say, listen, the value for the ticket is awesome. Like, how do we extend the value beyond the $20 seat? And so what we created was these kids' food combos. And just so you know, you don't have to be a kid to order them, right? No. But they're the food that kids want. They're the hot dogs. We got grilled cheese sandwiches this year. We got mini churros, it's the sodas, it's the popcorn, and we package them all together. There's 9 different kids food combos. They start at $7.50. They're all $10 or less. Oh, wow. And like Joaquin, like we're parents, like like that's how it is, right? You can feed your kid all you want at home. As soon as they walk into an arena, as soon as they walk into a movie theater, that's the way it works.
It's part of the experience.
Well, absolutely, and it's a big part of what we do when we go and watch hockey. So we wanted to make sure that the families felt that value beyond what they got from the tickets. So so kids food combos are back. Every Wednesday game, $2 hot dogs. Wiener Wednesday is back. And like people buy 20 hot dogs, go nuts. Right? And then we're introducing this year for every Tuesday game, and we have a Tuesday game in October, $2 tacos. Taco Tuesday, Wiener Wednesdays, kid food combos every game. I promise you, if you come to an Oil Kings game, one thing you can't complain about is the entertainment of the hockey. We promise you that every weekend game that we play, weekends or holidays, there'll be a promotion, there'll be something going on during that weekend because it's so much fun. And I promise you that the culinary, the food and beverage is not going to leave you wanting either. They do a great job at Rogers Place.
I mean, I know you have all the theme ones, but the one that I love.
Which one?
Is the teddy bear toss.
For sure.
That's the best one.
When is it? What's going on? And are there tickets left?
Yeah, so great question. So it's on Sunday, December the 7th. We're playing the Prince Albert Raiders. And
played for them too.
Yeah, there you go, right? That's why I bring them up. If you've never been to an Oil King game, first off, I don't know what you're waiting for, but if you've never been to an Oil King game, chances are you've heard about the teddy bear toss. So it's one game a year. It's usually in that first half of December, late November, but this year is Sunday, December the 7th. When we score our first goal, the air gets full of fur as bears rain down from every area of Rogers Place onto the ice. It's the only game we allow you to throw stuff on the ice during game. And then we collect all those bears. We donate them to Santa's Anonymous right here in town. So all of those bears help provide a smile for someone at a really special time of year that could probably use a little help. Last year, we sold 17,224 tickets for junior hockey in the NHL market. I can tell you that we opened up the upper bowl. Like the lower bowl is completely sold out. The upper bowl has already been selling for over a month. Wow. It's insane. Yeah. So it's what we love about the support that we see here at Edmonton is just how rabid the fans are for the great entertainment value that the Oil Kings are. And when you come to that game on December the 7th, like all you got to do is bring a bear, buy a ticket. And I promise you, if you've seen photos and videos, they do not do it justice. What 15,000 bears look like raining down. And of course, it's the journey of the bear. Like if you're sitting on a corner, you got to kind of throw it to the middle and then the middle's got to throw it in, right? So people will strategically buy their seats so they can be catching and throwing, right? And then it's awesome. It's so much fun.
Let's talk about the team for a sec.
Yeah.
Like there's junior hockey. It's kind of, there's peaks and valleys.
Yep.
Definitely. Oil Kings have managed to stay quite competitive.
This is where I pump the tires of the GM Kurt Hill, right? Kurt Hill's done a tremendous job in really creating a product where, last year we made the playoffs for the first time in 2 seasons. We took a 2 seed to 7 games. We usually skip over the fact that we were up 3 games to 1. Young team though, right?
Yep.
And that, young teams take that fire in order to light the fire. And, so we pushed a 2 seed to 7 games. I can't tell you, 3 years ago, we won 10 games. We placed 68. We won 10. 4 at home, 6 on the road. And in our 68th game was our 10th win. Yeah. Now you fast forward 2 seasons, we're back in the playoffs, and we are going to be a strong team this year. You look at Blake Fiddler getting selected by the Seattle Kraken this past year in the second round, 36th overall. He's going to be one of our top D-men.
He's great.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's so big.
Yeah,
6 foot. I think he's 6'7".
Yeah,
I don't know where. Because Vern Fiddler's not that big.
No,
the son of Vern is a lot bigger though.
And he trains with former Edmonton Elk Manny Arsenault.
Absolutely,
yeah, it's great.
And okay, Manny Arsenault. Is there anyone that smells better than Manny Arsenault? Our equipment manager, Rogan Dean, introduced me to the Manny show. Yeah. And what a great guy. And smells like $1 million. Come on. But what a great guy.
And Kevin, I'll admit, when you guys were up last year in the playoffs, I guaranteed you guys were going to the center. So I might have changed it. So this year, I'm just going to stay quiet.
Did it.
Yeah.
The games were so good. And I'll be honest, I hadn't been in PA before. And just watching that barn get stacked, right? The old Art Hauser was just bumping.
You should see my picture in there. It's I don't know what I was thinking, but I grew the mutton chops.
Come on.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. Big fro, mutton chops. We weren't that good.
But one of the beauties of junior hockey is when we were in Prince Albert and just watching people bringing stuff in to stand on the standing room only. They're bringing in milk crates and there's signs please do not bring in your milk crates. And people are bringing in milk crates to watch us play, right? And that's what I love about the junior hockey is you get to see these players now. Guys like Curtis Lazar, guys like Tristan Jarry. And so when you're talking about Curtis Lazar being back and kind of interacting with our fan or with our team, I can tell you that when Tristan Jarry, he was in a month ago. Him and his wife and his beautiful child, they came in to say hi. Because they were here, right? When Laurent Brossois, when he was with the Vegas Golden Knights, he would pop in. When Jake Neighbors was with St. Louis, he pops in. And the connection that you keep as an NHL player with your junior hockey team is second to none. And so we're so fortunate that as they're coming into the building, they still come in, they see our equipment manager, Rogan Dean, and they want to help showcase all the players. Hey, I'm living my dream. Keep working on yours, and you're going to get there. It's the coolest thing.
Wasn't it last year that St. Louis was in town and Jake Neighbor lost his stick or his bag didn't arrive, and Rogan hooked him up?
So I remember last year, St. Louis Blues were stranded in Edmonton because of Taylor Swift in Vancouver.
Right. That's what it was.
So they were here for 3 days because there was not a hotel nor an airstrip to land in Vancouver because Taylor Swift basically shut that whole thing down. So they played in Calgary and they had to stay here for I think it was at least 3 days.
Yeah, it was.
But I think you're thinking of Caden Gooley with the Montreal Canadiens.
Gooley, yes.
Right?
Caden Gooley, yes.
And so it was funny, and I'm sure, I hope Rogan doesn't mind me telling the story, but of course he had a stick for Caden. Caden wanted to get a stick, and he actually sniped a goal against the Oilers. Assisted by Rogan Dean, right? So, but again, like those trainers, those equipment managers, all those guys, they have that connection with those players, and the players never forget it.
No.
You know what I mean? Whether it's your billet family or who took care of you, it doesn't matter how high you've got. What I love about hockey is everyone's hungry and everyone's humble. And they always want to kind of give it back a little bit. And that's what makes it great.
I was just having this discussion with Sean Brown yesterday.
Browntown.
About how you can always tell a player that played in the CHL, and this is nothing against guys that, played college and stuff like that, but when you're thrust into a family that you do not know
at a young age,
16 years old, into a family you don't know, it's a completely different lifestyle, and all of a sudden you have to talk to people that you don't know. Yeah. And you develop skills you don't even know you're developing, but those types of things, that relation building skills that those are
life skills.
They're life skills,
100%.
Exactly. And that's you can always tell those guys because when you see them in the community, just like that,
they have a confidence about them, right?
Yeah, they
what's funny
have that
is
ability.
Our kids go, they're kids. They're kids to me. They're the players for the Oil Kings. They go to high school or they go to college, depending on their age. and they all take a public speaking course. So Sharon Serrata is our education advisor. The most thankless job in the world is to be the education advisor for 24 young men that all want to play in the NHL. But so they all take a public speaking course and they work at it. And like public speaking is a craft that if you're good at it, you will have more opportunity. That's a fact.
Oh yeah.
Right. But to your point, like these kids are thrust into that, and it's up to them to really make the most of the opportunities. And we make sure they have as many opportunities as possible.
That's great.
That's fantastic.
Love watching them shine.
Yeah. Oh, it's great seeing like Dylan Gunther, Jake Neighbors, because to us they're still Edmontonians. So they're not. You know what I mean? Like it's just because they play with the old
Wolanski, right? Like, if you haven't seen Trey Fix like hammer a golf ball, that guy's a stick out there. He hammers it.
Kevin, some tickets to give away?
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to do some easy trivia here.
Ooh.
Name the former Edmonton Oil King who plays for the Utah Mammoth.
There we go.
Text that in to 780-218-9999. Four-pack?
Let's make it a four-pack.
Nice. A four-pack of tickets.
You have to spell it right.
Yes.
Right? It's a simple name.
Yeah.
It is kind of easy, but you got to spell it right.
You got to spell it. And Kevin, one last time, just let our listeners know if they want to go to the game on Saturday, what they have to do, where they can go get tickets, all that.
Okay, so it all starts this Saturday, special time. Doors open at 3, puck drops at 4. That's this Saturday, September the 20th. All you got to do is go to oilkings.ca. Great seats start at $20. We've got a Taylor Swift tribute. We've got Curtis Lazar. We got pennant giveaways. We got kids food combos. Bring the whole family. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Taylor Swift bands.
Absolutely.
Bands, right?
Friendship bracelets. Let's go. Yeah, it's all starting this Saturday afternoon.
That's great. Well, Kevin, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
I wish you guys nothing but the best this upcoming season. We're going to have Guy Flaming on tomorrow to talk more about the team.
So there's a guy that knows his ins and outs, right?
Yeah.
Flamingo, he knows what's going on.
But Kevin, thank you so much. All the success in the world for you guys this season.
Thanks so much,
we'll
guys.
Be cheering
Appreciate
you guys on. All right, we'll be back after the break to close it out. Reed Wilkins, Jay Millen coming up from 3 to 6. Here's Coop.
Zach Hyman has been ruled out for the early parts of the Oilers season. Head coach Kris Knoblauch targeting an early November return for the 33-year-old. While in the States, 40-year-old Alex Ovechkin left practice to be evaluated for a lower body injury. The Washington captain is entering season 21 in the NHL. Elsewhere, Tucker Kraft of the Packers suffered a knee injury at practice. He'll undergo testing to see the severity of his injury. And Thursday Night Football action, it's Josh Allen and the Bills taking on the Dolphins. Buffalo 2-0 leading their division, while Miami looks for the first win of the season. Catch the action alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff for that one at 6:15. In the majors, 3-time Cy Young winner Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers has announced that he will retire at the end of the season. And right now, just one game's live. Miami up 4-2 over Colorado, top of the 6th inning. The final segment of EST Afternoons brings us back after the break. I'm Zach Kubish, keeping you up to date.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. 2 bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Whoa, blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
We're back here, final segment. Reed Wilkins, J Milne coming up, 3 to 6. Keep it locked here on Edmonton Sports Talk. If you missed it, Zach Hyman, the Kris Knoblauch, he will miss the first month of the season. It's about 12 games. Target date for Zach Hyman's return is November 1st. That came from Oilers head coach Kris Knoblauch. So it's going to be an opportunity for a lot of guys on this team, so we'll see what happens there. Hey, Kevin Radomski, great guy, great interview, smells wonderful.
He's great.
And it sounds like a great time on Saturday afternoon. You're looking for something to do with the kiddos, right?
One thing I have to do is go to more Oil Kings games.
Me too. Actually, I saw a lot when I was...
No, it's because you always know the answers to all the trivia questions. That's the only reason I'm going.
I was on location for 2 seasons, so I saw a lot of Oil Kings hockey. Hey, how about we hear from Stuart Skinner?
Let's do it.
Public enemy number 1 in this city for a little unfair, but yes, he needs to improve. Look, like before we put him on, Kuba has the shot ready. He even looks.
He looks like Rick Grimes.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Here's Stuart Skinner meeting with the media today.
Typo, but said that you were 205 on the thing. Is it 215? Are you a little bit lighter?
Yeah.
Last year 25 seems like a big drop.
Yeah, definitely not 205. I don't know if that would be healthy for me, losing 25 pounds in a month, but 215 right now.
What was the reasoning, the benefit, the goal to do that?
I think for me, longevity, joint health. I'd love to be playing in this league for a long time, so just trying to stay as healthy as possible is kind of the main thing. To be honest, that's kind of it.
I know you skated with him a little bit in the summertime with Pete Aubry, just first new different goalie coach for you in almost a decade.
Yeah.
So kind of how's that gone and the process and really kind of your first camp with him? I know it's only 1 day.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Again, ever since he's gotten hired, we've gotten on some calls, some Zoom meetings. He's brought up a lot of good points with me, but I think the big thing is just us talking as human beings and talking about family. And he's a big family man, and yeah, he's just such a great guy to talk to. So. Super easy to have conversations about real world stuff and also about goaltending. So I find he's got a very, very high IQ. And yeah, he's given me a lot of fantastic advice that I'm taking and rolling with.
So he's new to the city. I know he's got a child. Were you advising him on schools? Were you trying to find a place to live?
He's got an older daughter, older than my kids.
Yeah.
So I don't got much to talk about with that, but. I mean, everyone told him that if there's ever anything for him that, comes up and he needs some help with, I'm always there for him, and as well as everyone else.
What's the difference for a goaltender with that difference in weight? Like, maybe you take up a little bit less space, but get around a little faster. Like, what's kind of the give and take between that decision?
Yeah. Again, it was like I wasn't even thinking about that really. I was thinking more so, again, just joint health. But give and take, I'm still pretty big, so I'm not gonna be. I don't think you guys will notice that I'm smaller by any means. maybe even bigger because I've been working out my upper body this summer, so I got bigger biceps now.
You have the same size equipment.
Same size equipment. Again, pecs and biceps. Bigger.
Child suits.
Suits?
A whole new set of suits.
I might have to, actually. I put on a pair of suits. It's funny you say that. I put on a pair of pants and I was like, I lost some waist size, so I might have to spend some money here.
Were they child curls or what?
Child curls? What do you mean?
For your upper body. Like, where is it lifting your kids so much or what?
Oh, no. Well, there's that part too. But.
How hard was it to drop that much weight? Because for a bigger guy, it's not easy to shed.
Yeah.
It was up to 20 pounds.
Yeah, it was tough. I think more so just mentally. Physically, I felt better and better as my weight went down. So I feel like my body's I let my body kind of just reset and feel whatever size it feels that it's got to be at. And ever since I kind of got off some sugar and just really dialed in my fitness, and then my body likes being at 215, it seems.
Do you feel quicker?
You can see it in his face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like what he said, it's for longevity.
Yeah, why not, right?
Why not?
The amount of force that you put on when you go down in the butterfly is double your body weight. So just imagine how many times does Stuart Skinner in a day go when he's up and down in that butterfly. Yeah. So you're putting all that strain and pressure on your knees every single time. So what was he before? 230. So 460 or whatever. Yeah. Like that's how much pressure he's putting down every single time he's going up and down, right? So
said he worked on the pecs.
Well, I've been wailing on the pecs myself.
He's just a likable guy. Like you
want him to do like
you wanted him to do well.
The one thing that you always tell yourself as a goaltender, especially in a market like this, is when things are going bad and everyone's saying bad things about it, they're also really, when you boil it down, those people are begging for you to just have success also, right? They want you to succeed because at the end of the day, if Stuart Skinner succeeds, there's a good chance that the Edmonton Oilers are quite successful.
Well, that's what you'd hope for, right? Like, and listen, I understand some of the trepidation with the goaltending. We all understand it, Joaquin, right? So
I think so.
Yeah, but I think deep down inside, you're right. I think deep down inside, Oiler fans that are hard on Stuart Skinner would love nothing better for Stuart Skinner to prove them wrong, because him being successful means the team is successful.
Not always.
Not always. It's a good.
But I mean, if he's rolling with a 905, and I think that's success to a point, right?
He's just a likable guy.
And look, like you know, you look at the numbers at the end of the years, and yes, they have to be better, but they're sometimes 2 bad games can blow up your numbers for the season, and it's 100%. So hard to get them back. Like I would, if you're an analytics guy and things, I would break the whole season into segments. Like break down 5 game segments for Stuart Skinner and see where they are in each 5 games, right? Yeah. Okay, so he was rolling here. He was rolling there. Well, he was good. They were good there, but the Canucks put 8 on him, right? Not a many shots. So the numbers plummet. So take numbers with a grain of salt. And yeah, you can look at them over the course of time and they kind of do paint the picture. But again, you have to really go in and have a look at them individually, I think, anyway.
Good point made. Who brought it up? DVD. It's contract year. He can go one of 2 ways. The pressure might get to him, or he might just be like, have an unreal year and get banked. Because
look, this is the thing that we've been talking about Stuart Skinner. Like one of the main things is we say he should have been the starting goalie now, right? He's been thrust into this position a little bit early.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most of the people, if they were put in his position, would be sitting in that corner sucking their thumb, right?
Yeah.
Like just crumble under this type of pressure. The fact that he's gone through these types of situations over the next years, contract, that stuff, I think he's built up such thick skin over the last few years. I don't think that's going to bug him, man.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Again, I think the gap from being a really good goalie, then when he struggles, has to
Yep.
You know, he can't fall so hard, but you know, just listening to that interview, like, how can you not cheer for the guy? Like, he's a great guy. He sounds like he's a great human being. Talking about his goalie coach, you know, like he said it. We talk hockey, but we talk life, family.
But that's the true mark of a good goalie coach, is that relationship building. Obviously, they're going through that. You don't go in and say, let's go do.
You got to do this.
Let's go work on the glove saves. You know, no, that's not how it really works, because a goalie coach in the NHL is a lot different than a goalie coach with 14, 15-year-olds. You know, it's Stuart Skinner's is an F1 car. You're just trimming the wing and the fin, right? And you're trying to get the. Obviously, he's thinned that car right out for the straightaways.
Hey, it's been a fun show. Big shout out to Derek Van Dies from NHL.com as he checked in from Oilers Day 1. We asked him about Thomas. Big, but you can't really take much from one day, but he was still great. Kevin Radomski, Director of Business Ops for the Edmonton Oil Kings. They start their season tomorrow in Red Deer, and then they'll be home Saturday, 4 o'clock puck drop. 3 o'clock doors open. It's Taylor Swift theme day. It's going to be great. Kurt Lazard's going to be there signing autographs, dropping the puck. It's going to be a great event. So if you're looking for something to do, whether it's with family or just your partner or whatever, go check out the Edmonton Oil Kings. And you're done early. You're out of there by 7, so it's not too late. You can still enjoy the evening. Coming up, Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne from 3 to 6 for Coop, for Hawk. I'm Hernan saying thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the thumbs up. We're back tomorrow with Guy Flaming, Zach to the Future, and another guest that we are working on. Enjoy the rest of your day. We love you. Chowders.